Golf wouldn't be complete without seeing the rivalry between these two. We're getting into one of the most celebrated rivalries in sports history, Phil Mickelson versus Tiger Woods. These two legends have delivered some unforgettable moments on the golf course. This is legendary. Our team dug deep into ESPN, Golf.com, and Golf Week to compile these top 10. It'll be iconic. Counting down at number 10 is the 1998 Mercedes Championship. This one's a bit forgotten. Mickelson was 5 shots ahead of Woods going into the final round. However, after Marco Mera and Woods birdied the 10th, they were all tied for the lead, so this would become a close contest. With birdies on the 9th, 10th, 12th, and 13th holes, Mickelson gained a narrow lead and held on to beat Woods and O'Meara by 1 stroke. Nonetheless, Woods gave Mickelson a ferocious run for his money with a closing round of 64. Just to cling on for an exciting season-opening victory, Lefty needed an outstanding 68. At number 9, we have the 1999 WGC NEC Invitational. It was an unusual one because going into the last round, Woods led Mickelson by 7 shots and had a 5-shot lead overall. That enormous margin that Sunday was unusual for him. He struggled with it. Even though Woods was leading by 1 as he played the 17th, Mickelson rallied from behind to score a 5 under 65. Then, in a dramatic turn of events, Woods made a birdie putt from 15 feet out at the 17th, giving him a 2-shot lead going into the final hole. To beat Mickelson by 1 stroke, all it takes is a 2-putt bogey on the 18th hole. What really matters is that Woods won the hardware, yet Mickelson had a 6-shot lead over Woods that day. Ranking on our 8th spot is the 2001 Masters. After tying for the lead for a while and continuing to battle with a few holes to play, Woods and Mickelson found themselves in Sunday's final group at a major. Also that week, Woods was aiming to complete an unprecedented 4-in-a-row major victory. It seems like that would be the perfect formula to top the list. Although it was a significant day, the match between Mickelson and Woods in this particular instance failed to inspire. The major threat to Woods on the back 9 came from David Duval, who was playing ahead of him. Even with 3 holes remaining, Mickelson stuck around and was only behind the leader by 1 stroke. A bogey on the 16th hole doomed him, as he was never able to mount a serious threat to Woods on the last 2 holes. Woods won with a lot of effort, and he had all the makings of a great matchup with Mickelson. Although Sunday's Woods-Mickelson action was entertaining, it fell well short of expectations. At number 7 is the 2009 Tour Championship. This one's quite special because this time Woods and Mickelson competed against each other and really both won. On Sunday, Mickelson scored a 5 under 65 to win the tournament by 3 strokes after falling behind by 4. A chip-in birdie at the 16th hole capped off his round. Even though Woods had a long putt for birdie at number 16, he never threatened Mickelson for the championship in the final round. The fact that Woods finished in 2nd place was sufficient to secure him the FedEx Cup title, though. Even if it wasn't the most spectacular battle, they still managed to secure a title split, and it was certainly entertaining. Placing in our 6th spot is the 2009 Masters. Rarely do you see Tiger and Phil square off in the final round of a major tournament when they're both playing at a high level of golf. Despite playing in the final round together, they were both 7 strokes behind the leader. So after that, it was like magic. Lefty wowed the field on the front 9, making 6 birdies in the first 8 holes. His most impressive stroke was a hooking approach at number 7, which he hit to tap-in range from behind a tree. When Mickelson arrived at the 12th hole, he was trailing the leader by 1 stroke. However, during most of the day, the possibility of a miraculous Woods-Mickelson title match remained big, or of a sensational Mickelson comeback. Although they were ultimately unable to deliver, the build-up was intriguing and made up for the disappointment. At number 5, we have the 2001 Bay Hill Invitational. Woods went on to the back 9 with a 3-shot lead, but Lefty would swiftly reclaim the lead with birdies at 11 and 12. Everything was lost when Woods made a bogey at the 11th hole. With a birdie at number 15, Mickelson would grab the lead, but Woods would tie it up with a 50-footer for birdie at number 14. After that, Mickelson would make a birdie at 16, and then Woods would do the same. Mickelson shot a 6 under 66 and finished at 14 under par, thanks to a remarkable par at the last hole. Woods needs a par to go into a playoff and a birdie on the 72nd hole to win. After a mishit left drive, Woods hit a fantastic approach over water to within 15 feet, where he buried the left-to-right slider for birdie. Tiger heroics of the classic kind capped an excellent fight. Placing at number 4 spot is the 2000 Buick Invitational. With 18 holes remaining, Mickelson led Woods by 6 shots and had a 2-shot lead overall. Given that there was someone else a half dozen behind, Mickelson should not have worried about him. However, he was being pursued by Tiger Woods from the year 2000. He came into this tournament riding a hot streak of 6 consecutive PGA Tour victories, the most recent of which he accomplished while trailing by 7 shots with 7 holes to play. It seemed like Mickelson's greatest nightmare would come true, if only for a little while. On Sunday, Mickelson took a 7-shot lead, but he placed himself in danger by making 2 double bogeys. As Mickelson played the 13th hole, Woods pounced, tying the match. For Mickelson, this was a historic victory in their early years of rivalry as a duelist. Mickelson dug in and birdied holes 13 and 14 to regain the lead. In the end, he won by 4 shots, thanks to a 2 under 70 round, in which he birdied 4 of the last 6 holes. At number 3 is 2002 US Open. Of all things, this was a good duel. Woods had a 4-shot lead going into the final round, and he was 5 shots ahead of Mickelson. Woods, however, began to make bogeys. Mickelson closed the gap to 2 shots with birdies on holes 8, 11, and 13, but he would steady himself thereafter. Shortly after, Woods re-established a 3-shot lead by cruising to a birdie on the par 5 13th hole. Throughout the remainder of the round, he faced no opposition and went on to win by 3 shots. Quite disappointing, both in the middle and towards the conclusion of the day. The New York crowds offered Mickelson extraordinary and revealing support on this day, and he did provide hope for himself temporarily. As the crowd erupted in cheers in the hopes of seeing Mickelson win his maiden major championship, it was clear that he was the unofficial hero of this golfing generation. While Lefty was ultimately unsuccessful, he demonstrated that he could give Woods a good scare. Ranking on our 2nd spot is the 2007 Deutsche Bank Championship. Among Mickelson's dual victories against Woods, this is certainly the most remarkable. At the start of the last round, Mickelson was 2 strokes behind Woods and 3 behind. It would boil down to these two if they were put together and performed well on Monday. It looked like a rout in the beginning when Lefty racked up 5 birdies in the first 10 holes. With 7 holes remaining, Woods was actually 5 shots behind Mickelson. However, the level of pressure would increase. At the 12th, Mickelson made a careless double bogey, and at the 14th, Woods reduced the advantage to 2 with a birdie from 40 feet out. Woods took a step up to the tee and hit his shot to 10 feet on the par 3 16th, setting the stage for the final act. Mickelson serenely sunk his own birdie putt to maintain a crucial 2-shot lead as Woods rolled in on his own. While Woods was in the midst of his major winning streak, Mickelson proved he could hold his own against him at a monumental moment, going on to win by 2 strokes. Now at number 1 is the 2005 Ford Championship at Doral. This is without a doubt the pinnacle of Tiger-Phil one-on-one competition. Even though it wasn't in a major, it had absolutely everything else. With a 2-shot lead over Woods and a Sunday matchup with the guy in red, Mickelson started the final round. The fact that Woods was fighting back to regain the top rank in golf after undergoing a swing change adds even more intrigue to the situation. Prior to their March meeting at Doral, Mickelson had won twice that year, so he seemed like a formidable opponent to his mission. Woods caught up to Mickelson with 7 holes to go after making a string of birdies. After that, Woods took a 2-shot lead with a spectacular eagle at the 12th. He had already dropped to 6 under for the round by that time. Both players made careless bogeys on the 16th hole, but Woods rekindled the excitement with a birdie putt from 28 feet out on the 17th, reclaiming the lead. At the 72nd hole, Mickelson made a last-ditch dramatic attempt to go into a playoff, and he almost chipped in for birdie, but his shot lipped out. Then, to seal the deal, Woods made a 6-footer for par, shooting 6 under 66. With this victory, Woods regained his position as golf's top player and placed himself up to win 2 majors that year, reiterating his dominance. To achieve this, though, he had to win an electric duel by dethroning Mickelson. Indeed, he did, though narrowly. From unforgettable battles to moments of mutual respect, the Mickelson vs. Woods rivalry has given us some of the most memorable moments in golf history. We hope you like this video. If you like this golf content, click on the next video to explore our next featured celebrity golf.